Greetings, Internet people. RantingRamsay here. How are you all doing today? Sorry about not uploading a video yesterday. I was working with a buddy of mine on creating some new music pretty much all day. We just got really wrapped up into it, and hopefully before too long I'll have something to show to you guys for those that are interested. Maybe I'll send out messages with it, or if enough people ask, I'll upload a video sample of some of the songs or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of beside the point. But because I was doing that all day when I was going through my rant requests, I decided to find one that was related to music, because I'm in that kind of a gear right now. And so I found a rant request by My Name is Andrew 1000. Wow, it's a lot like the last one, Andrew Kelly 01. Weird. Anyway, his exact question was, I'd like to hear your thoughts on people with a more conservative mindset condemning music because of its subject matter or lyrical content. And this actually is something that I've kind of vaguely covered in my response, Metal is Satanic video. But I felt no problem in rehashing some of that, because then my other half of the thoughts on this subject tied to what I've been doing videos recently about, which is parental control, supervision, that kind of thing. And basically, for me, the end-all, be-all of it is that music is music. It's creative expression. It's an art form, basically, that comes in so many different varieties that there's something out there to please everyone, or at least there should be, unless you're just against music or something. I don't know. There is some sort of music out there that you will doubtlessly enjoy listening to. But as we've seen happens with humanity very, very often, it's not a good enough thing for some people just to like one thing. They have to then be against the opposite, or of what they like. Like I say, if they like Republicans, then not only are they going to be Republican, but they're going to hate Democrats. Seems to be a natural human example, you know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not specifically trying to rail on Republicans or Democrats. It was just the first example that came to mind. Like, another example is within the music industry, I guess you could say that typically if you find someone who enjoys pop music and popular music and dance music, there's a good chance that they're probably not going to enjoy metal music or have something negative to say against that. And I know these are vague stereotypes, but I bring them up because they are highlighted by experiences that I've had in my life. So it's like, okay, yes, I've met these people. It's not just some imaginary thing. They don't exist. Anyway, so that seems to be one of the first problems that people being against certain types of music are. It's like, why do you have to be against one particular type of music? Just be for what you're for. Don't be against something else. That just seems ridiculous. Because, as I've said about many different things lately, metal music doesn't make people go out and do evil things. It doesn't affect the mindset of anyone unless they're unstable, you know what I mean? And now, like, music can make someone get up and want to dance or mosh or whatever. Or, you know, like, I find if I'm listening to some really kick-ass music in my car, I look down at my speedometer, oh, oops, all of a sudden I'm going 85 miles an hour. I didn't even realize it. It was just that the intensity of the music made me want to go faster, apparently, and so my foot goes down, and then I realize, oh shit, I'm doing 85 and a 65 or something, or I'm doing 90 and a 55. I've caught myself doing that before listening to Strapping Young Lad. So, anyway, it's, oh goodness, I'm having a hard time keeping my thoughts together on this one today. You have to forgive me. Maybe it's because I have to go to work in an hour, and I've got that on my mind. But, it's I don't like what I was saying about lyrics causing people to do things like some people seem to think it is. It's really more of a lack of parental intervention. Like, once again, it's kind of like I said in one of my previous videos about video games, that it's up to the parent to investigate what it is their child is into. So if you're if you're like, someone a little older than me that has a teenager and you grew up listening to classic rock and maybe early alternative music, but your kid is now listening to like metalcore and grindcore and gent metal and all these really weird genres that you have not been familiar with, if you're a responsible parent, you're going to start listening and investigating into these bands and finding out if they represent the kind of things you want your child listening to. And then if you're not going to go that route, then at least, talk to your child and say, hey, what is it about this music you enjoy? Is it the lyrics? Is it the beat? Find out what's going on. Because, in some cases, sure, maybe the kids are being influenced by the thoughts behind these musicians who they idolize because they're not getting enough support or communication from their parents, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm never going to sit here and say that the lyrics will make kids do things, but I will say that if there's a lack of a strong parental influence, the kids will find that parental influence wherever they can, and usually, well, not usually, but in some cases, it's in the form of musical heroes, so to speak. So that's basically one of the things that it kind of boils down to there, is that it's up to the parents to be informed as to what their kids are into. I keep coming back to that lately on so many different levels, and it's kind of uncanny. It just makes me think that it's just that much more obvious, you know what I mean? Like, yes, control your fucking kids. Like a good example is there's a good buddy of mine that lives down in North Carolina who is into heavy music, as into heavy music as I am, but he also is married and has a child. And I still talk to him on fairly regular occasions, and his child is well behaved and well mannered and is a good kid and listens to heavy metal music at a young age, and his dad listens to heavy metal music and has even played in a band before and all this other shit. So it's obviously not the music that's the problem, it's the parenting. So to directly answer the question finally is, people with a more conservative mindset condemning music, they just need to find something better to do with their time, because it's just ridiculous. It's just music. Okay? It's just music. Enjoy it. If you don't like one kind of music, find a different type of music, because there is something out there that you will enjoy. Listen to that. Leave everything else alone. I'm RantingRamsay. That is all.
Hey, did you get all that, man?